Hello, welcome back to Let's Play Shadowrun Hong Kong, where I am discovering I have let conversations build up with people other than my crew. Ambrose erupts into laughter, slapping the side of his wheelchair. He quickly devolves into shameless giggling. He stops giggling and cocks a sober eye at you. Seriously though, that's some heavy shit. It'll take a while to tell. Do you really want to know? Yes, I do. Well, you're doing good, Noel. I feel okay about telling you this. A run went bad. Ambrose spits on the floor emphatically in clear defiance of his own prominent sanitary space no spitting sign. Real bad. They used to call me Ripshot. I was on a Tin Man crew. We were led by this ex-army troll named Icebreaker, former combat engineer, brutal guy. We did shadowrunning, armed robbery, office invasion, underworld hits, anti-branding, just about anything as long as we could make money and hide our tracks. That's usually an euphemism for attacking someone's image with false flag terrorism. Yeah, it is. Look, I was a real asshole in those days. I'm not proud of the jobs we did. A lot of our work was high profile, real violent. We dumped a lot of bodies in the harbor. Then we had this one job. Ambrose pauses. He takes a deep breath. Hey, I can sum this up real quick, otherwise I tend to get long-winded. What do you want? Give me the full story. I'm torturing my viewers. We were breaking into an R&D facility. It was a vanilla job. Cheap rent-a-cops, flawed security system, no problem. It was going like clockwork. I was out in the command van on Overwatch. Bam! Something hit the van like a freight train. Ambrose grits his teeth. His body visibly tenses at the memory. The walls crushed in on me. There was a flash of light, then darkness, stabbing everywhere. Pressure like a mountain falling on me, feeling crushed to pulp, then I blacked out. Ambrose falls silent. He seems to be somewhere far away in his mind. The seconds tick by. Finished. I think I get the drift. Wait for the Ambrose to continue. When I woke up again, I was in pitch darkness. I could hardly breathe. I was being burned by hot metal. The pain was indescribable. There was a shrieking, like the metal was screaming around me in sparks. Someone was cutting through the wreck. A huge pressure lifted off me. Then there was a blinding light. It was our glove woman, Karen. He's trembling. Gave a tense sigh. She pulled me out of the wreck, wrenched 4 tourniquets on me, shot me up with drugs, stuffed me in a security car she'd shot up. Karen jacked me in. I couldn't even hold my head up. I thought my spine was shattered. Once I was rigged in, though the pain in my meat didn't matter, I drove us out of there. I stayed conscious just long enough to get us to a friendly clinic. By the time I got us there, Karen was going down with brain swelling. We got barn stomped, right proper, slaughtered. Ambrose's eyes seemed clear as if he's returning from far away. They crushed the command van with a front-end loader and left me for dead. Everybody but me and Karen got wiped out. How did Karen escape? Karen was carrying the first haul out when the assault team hit us. She jumped into a koi pond and lay on the bottom for about 5 minutes doing her woo-woo key centering thing. They dropped a flashbang into the pond to clear it. That messed her up good. Burst her eardrums, gave her a concussion, ruptured the blood vessels in her eyes, nose, mouth, knocked the air out of her lungs. Stayed on the bottom for another couple minutes. I asked her what that was like. Once, she just said painful. That was Karen, stoic like a concrete block. Who ambushed you? Still don't know. Best I can figure out was some sort of counter-intrusion team. Maybe the whole run was a setup. You were wrecked, Ambrose. How did you survive so much trauma? Cowardice and job security. Ambrose taps the side of his head. I was always really scared of getting hurt. I clutched up my tactical computer with some heelwear, my headwear radio. As soon as my vitals went screwy, my trauma protocols kicked in and my radio started broadcasting my heartbeat. Karen couldn't drive. She homed in on my beacon, cut me out of the wreck with our demo saw. Then she shot me up with enough adrenaline, PMO4, and morphine to reanimate a corpse. Ambrose shivers a little at the memory. Then she put 3 trauma patches on me in a row. It shredded my renal system. He taps his chair. That's why this little hot rod has an artificial liver and a dialysis machine in it. They hit you with a construction vehicle? Yeah. It shoved the van right into a plasticrete wall. A nearby robot arm equipped for heavy mechanical work emphatically snaps its vice-like claw. Crushed it like a beer can. I learned something from that, I'll tell you what. How to seriously slot someone's day. Ambrose gestures with his chin towards the clinic's false ceiling. I've got an articulated backhoe boom up there with a demolition claw. Hell with guns. Anybody ever fucks with chromality, they'll learn what high-powered hydraulics really means. Anyway, that's how it all went down. Afterwards, things were real hard for a while. Ambrose seems to take stock of himself. He breathes heavily. Tension drains from his body. He slowly relaxes. Here I am, though. Ripshot no more. By the way, Ripshot is dead. Let's keep it that way. Please don't say that name to anyone. Okay? Karen was an artist at faking deaths, and she made sure we both vanished. Ambrose shakes himself, rubs his eye anxiously. Listen, Noel, this is a stressful subject for me. We can talk about the past more another day. For now, I'm spent. Goodbye, Ambrose. Time for me to go. Because I spent so much on medical stuff, I don't have enough for new cyber stuff. I am sad. Okay, I barely broke even on that mission. So let's find Crafty, because she is somebody I haven't talked to yet. I have got some metadata. Okay. Yo, Noel, welcome back to the palace. You got anything interesting to tell me today? He looks at a heap of wearable computers, PDAs, and chip decks on his nearby workbench. Because I got nothing but fixing hair curlers and debugging old ladies' PDAs. I swear I'm going to die of boredom. I've got some metadata for you. Oh, tell me what you've got. Network runs on information. No. See you later, Whatlaw. I am not exposed. You gotta go? Okay, watch your back and shoot straight and all. I've got things to do, too. No, I am not. I'm not going again. I'm not, turning my back on Kufang like that. You made me do it to Xin Yang. I didn't have any choice there, but I'm not doing it to some random nobody like, Law. Who are you? Sale? You're probably crafty. As you approach the small landing, you see three men, two elders and a younger man hunched over a go board. The juxtaposition of the two white-haired, white-bearded men and the black-haired man is almost comical. Together, the three resemble the small black and white stones of their game. Despite the variety of ambient distractions, the three men remain acutely focused on the game. One of the elders, a round-faced man with a beatific smile, carefully picks up a black stone and places it on the board. His opponent snorts, and a small smile flashes across his long face. Almost carelessly, he snatches a white stone and deposits it on the board. The smiling man groans, and the long-faced one proceeds to collect several black pieces off the board. "Oh, you got me there again," he laughs, a pleasant full sound as it trails off. He spots you watching the game. A broad smile brightens his cheeks. "Hello there, young woman. Something you need?" The long-faced man gives you a cursory look and continues to collect black stones. "Just a gawker, Hugh. It's your turn." "The name's Noel. Got a second to answer a question or two?" "Sure. I could use a short break. How about you, Ging?" "Fine. Short break." Ging sighs, shoulders slumping forward. After a moment's scowling, he reluctantly speaks. The two elders turn toward the younger man. He looks to be in his early 30s, but it's difficult to tell. All the skin on his face is smooth and supple, with only the suggestion of creases at the eye, mouth, and forehead. But small gestures, a blink, flare of his nostrils, briefly reveal the lines of his face. The man's eyes rise from the go board and study the elders. He nods. "I've been hearing about strange dreams in Hayoi. Have you been having nightmares recently?" Three men exchange looks. Shu turns to you. "What a coincidence. Wasn't but an hour ago that we were all discussing that very thing. We've been having bad dreams, every one of us." "I've had them myself. We should compare notes. What did you dream about?" Is that right?" Ken leans in and stares at you. "Can't say I'm comfortable with giving a stranger details about my dreams." "Don't mind him. He's always been a poor sport." "But he raises a good point. Some of our dreams contain information best left private, just as yours do, I'm sure. Having just met, how can we be sure that you'll respect our personal information?" "I'll tell you." The younger man's voice cuts through the din like a razor, and the elders fall silent. He turns to you and locks his eyes, dark orbs that burn with piercing scrutiny onto yours. He nods and returns his gaze to the go board. I believe you're trustworthy. Please, Noelle, make yourself comfortable. I'll share my dream with you. I'm listening. I dreamed of a long, dingy hall. When faced with such a thing, one generally walks its length, so I lifted my right foot and placed it in front of me. Take one foot and put it in front of the other, and pretty soon you're walking across the floor. No, sorry. I found myself instead drawn down an alleyway to my left. It wasn't there before, this alley. It appeared only as I began to walk. Guessing words. As I moved down the alley, I found myself surrounded by friends and loved ones. They all stood there, silently watching with smiles on their faces. As I passed each one of them, they fell to the ground in my wake, dropping like puppets with severed strings. Somehow I knew that if I followed this road to the end, I could have everything I'd ever dreamed of. But I woke before I could reach it. He folds his hands in his lap. There's a moment of silence before Shu speaks up, and the rosiness and streaks have dimmed away. I too saw the long hall. My experience was different, however. The hall was far off in the distance. I was looking down on it from a strange angle, as though I had perched on a wall high above. You know, young woman, you look very much like a person I saw walking down that hall. She moved steadily down the path, walking at an even pace. Just behind her, a great and terrible shadow followed. Of course, I didn't have the best view up there on the wall, or whatever it was. It could have been anyone. Perhaps this old mind of mine has seen your face now and misremembering the dream. He lets out a chuckle, and a small flush of red returns to his cheeks. He looks over it again. Where's the personal information in all this you guys were worried about? Not that I mind or at all, but it's not really personal information. All right, go ahead. Geen broods in his corner, arms crossed and jaw set. I've changed my mind. I don't want to share my dream. Nonsense. Master Lao and I have both told her our dreams. Now it's your turn. Geen sticks out his lower lip. No. It's fine. You don't have to tell me if you don't want to. See? Straight from the horse's mouth. I don't have to. Geen. Lao's voice is firm, but it's soft. This is important. Geen's mouth opens and closes like a gasping fish, but as he looks at Lao, his body relaxes and a sadness seems to take hold of his features. All right, all right. Don't you go repeating any of this, you hear me? He takes in a deep breath and slowly releases it, folds his hands in his lap. My dream began as a nightmare. I dreamed of the failures and mistakes that I've made throughout my life, the people I've let down, the competitors I've crushed, the wife who died in hospice without me. I dreamed of the family that I had abandoned. Change comes over his eyes, brighten, and continues energetically. But then I dreamed of the walled city. I stood before it, and its doors opened to me. When I passed inside, all of my guilt fell away, as though the city had absolved me, had washed away my guilt, and I remember feeling happy. As his remembrance ends, so does his lightened mood. His face shrinks to a pout, and he stares grumpily at the ground. There, I did it. You happy? Thank you. All said and done. Okay, yes, you have my thanks too. Yeah. Now, can we change the subject? My ulcer's acting up. I'm guessing you've been around these parts longer than I have. Is this sort of thing normal? If it were normal, we wouldn't be huddled around discussing them in whispers now, would we? Enough of that, Gain. Noelle here asked in earnest for our advice. She deserves a proper response. Shu gives a gentle smile. Please forgive our friend. Bitter years have left him suspicious of others. The answer to your question is no. Upsetting dreams have never been uncommon in Heioi, but these recent visitations have been different. They've been darker, more vivid, stronger than normal dreams. Last night I felt consumed by the sense that something was coming. While my friends here felt a sense of relief and excitement as their dreams ended, I felt as though I was sitting on the precipice of some vast, terrible chasm, with the void yawning beneath my feet. Suddenly his cheeks flush, he blinks twice, then looks away. But perhaps these are just ramblings of an old man. Please forgive me. He scratches his nose, embarrassed. You speak wisely, Shu. It's foolish to embrace a thing you do not understand. What Geen and I saw in our dreams was alluring, but so is the light to a moth. Your instincts are still strong and sharp, my old friend. It is wise of you to trust them. Shu bows deeply, his eyes to the ground. Thank you. I can only hope these dreams do lead to something beautiful. There's already enough deception in this world. Can we get back to the game now? I gotta head out too. Of course, take care, Noelle, and if you find some time on your hands, you're always welcome at our game table. Thanks. Good luck with your game. As appreciated, young woman, we'll be seeing you. Okay, they have portraits, which means I might have to cultivate them between runs. And should reliable Matthew. Smooth jazz from cheap speakers on the barge, a wide array of worn-down drones litter the battered deck. Most are utility domestic types, but a few cordoned off from the others are low-end security models. The salesman smiles indulgently at you, a tall, lanky human of clear Cantonese ancestry. He's wearing a cheap suit and limply clutching a smelly cigarillo. He adjusts his tie with exaggerated nonchalance, languid, ostentatious, like an American casino promoter. Hey there, beautiful. Welcome to our little floating heaven. You've got a discerning look to you. What brings you to Reliable Matthews Robot Bazaar? He taps his ash over a bulky cleaning drone beside him, not waiting for answer. He continues. Perhaps you're looking for a hexacopter as a guide to Hong Kong, or a little handheld tarantular beauty to brew your tea. Are you calling me beautiful? You know it, beautiful. I hope I don't offend. I just can't help it. To me, everybody's beautiful, baby. Right back. Okay, then. What can I say? I can't hold back. It's just such a great world. You're Reliable Matthew? That's right. Reliable Matthew Shute. At your service. He extends his hand to shake. The odors of peach-scented moisturizer and stale tobacco smoke wash over you. How about it? Good day. I'm here to shop. I don't want to take up your valuable time. Matthew hastily pulls his hand back and bows a little awkwardly. Well, beautiful, I didn't expect such formality, especially from a newcomer to our lovely shores. You've got some class, friend. Well, now that we're acquainted, maybe I can brighten up your day again a bit. What's on your robot list, friend? And I'll look at your models. Rebel Matthew looks over his shoulder at the security drone, some heavily cannibalized in the corner of the yard. He turns back to you with a smile. Funny you should ask. I've just got a Doberman I'm selling at an incredible bargain price. Shall we take a look? Yes. Let's look at the security drones. All of them. This would be if you were playing a rigger, which I'm not. I mean, I have a data jack, and I could pick up the skills for it if I wanted to. Incredible bargains, huh? They fall off the back of the truck. Like the old song say, a droney day is a happy day. Are you implying that it's stolen? If so, you're mistaken. He smiles indulgently, as if you've just said something in alien language. The merchandise is provided only by trusted suppliers who certify the authenticity and workability of their goods. I don't furnish manufacturer certificates, but all the providers are top-shelf guys, really beautiful people. Otherwise, I wouldn't carry their drones. I mean, I'm pretty sure this game came out before the 2016 election. But yeah. Can I be a supplier if I have a spare drone? Well, it's an exclusive process. You need to be a member of the community in good standing, have good references, pass background check. He smiles widely. His eyes seem to twitch over you nervously. Or if all you have is the drone, I can work with you. Sounds good to me. Okay, I think I understand the situation. Great. Let's find you some quality little hunters. Okay. Fantastic. I like to make sure all customers are thoroughly informed and feel completely comfortable about their purchases. Goodbye, Matthew. You are not crafty. I thought you would be... Ooh, wait. Thing to look at. The side of Matthew's trailer looks freshly scrubbed and reeks of kerosene. Broad swathes of the flaking paint have been removed, revealing the brittle plastic siding discolored by years of acid rain. You can see faded black traces of erased graffiti. It reads, Job Steal. Something thumps inside the trailer. You could easily peer into one of the windows, looking at it. Inside are dingy, cramped living quarters, cluttered with broken drones and unwashed dishes. It looks like a rumpled, moltly colored shag carpet is heaped over over about half the tiny space, obscuring most of the furniture. After a moment, the shag carpet moves. It rises about a foot and surges slightly towards the window. Then it stops, pulsing and fidgeting. It's hard to see clearly through the build-up grime on the window. The carpet is actually a plush-covered drones, teddy bears, raccoons, little dolls. There must be 24 inside the caravan, all companionship models. They all look at you as if they've realized you're not Matthew. They watch fidgeting. Then in one coordinated motion, they all lie down again and go dormant again. That is creepy. That is rather creepy. Okay, now let's go see if we can find crafting. I have not explored my hub as well, because I would if I were playing a magic character, I would of course gone looking for her. And okay, there's a big crystal ball with a dragon in it. I'm going to say, yep, this looks like we're Parlor of 5 Phases. Oh, checking something. 3 men are once again fixated on their game board. Jin rubs his hands together nervously, his face twists into concentration. It appears that Shu now has the upper hand. The silence of the game is deafening. Amateur players would be filling the air with clicks and clacks of the stones against the wooden playing board, relentlessly trying to outdo one another. These men are different. Shu picks up a small black stone. His hand reaches over the board, then pauses. Jin stares at the outstretched hand, suddenly still. Shu begins to lower the stone. Down, down. Jin is practically on his toes, and then Shu pulls his hand back. Perhaps not there. He strokes his short beard thoughtfully. Gien tosses his arm into the air, nearly knocking over the playing board. Damn it, Shui! When you start a move, you commit to it. I swear you're doing this on purpose. Friends, we have a visitor. The 2 players look up. Gien sighs and holds his face in one hand, mutters something beneath his breath. Shu's eyes fix on you. He stares, unspeaking. His generous smiles and playfulness from before are absent. Sorry to interrupt. I was just wondering if you're still having the dreams. This again? Don't you have anything better to do? Yes, we're still having the dreams. Lao's voice is calm but troubled. However, they've gotten a hell of a lot worse. Look, let's not go into detail. Anything would be great. All right, but afterward you have to let us finish our game. Sure. He nods approvingly, then glances at Lao and Shui before continuing. Our dreams have become unpleasant, so to say, darker, violent. He runs his hand along his tightly cropped beard. Not all that healthy, if you ask me, especially for men our age. We come out of them in a day sometimes. Feels like we've been punched in the senses. And the imagery. You can see him shiver so as he thinks about it. Well, I said no details, so no details. That about sums it up, Shui, Master Law. I have nothing more to add. Shui? No, nothing. Is everything all right, Shui? You've been staring at me for a while. Shui continues to stare at you, his face pale. He opens his mouth, closes it. He seems to be struggling to find words. What's wrong with you, Shui? You better not be having a stroke. We're in the middle of a game. Shui heard Ging. He doesn't show it. He looks at you, his eyes widen. You need to go faster. His voice is urgent, pleading. The shadows that follow you are getting closer. Excuse us, Noel. Our friend is tired. Lao clasps a hand on Shui's shoulder, who doesn't seem to notice. These dreams have taken a toll on us. Please, come back some other time. Understood. Take care. And now, again, look who's back. Why don't you go egg a car or something and leave us alone? I for one enjoy Noel's visits. A hint of a smile touches Lao's face, lips as Gin grumbles to himself. How can we help you? And I'm going to go check my hard drive space and come back for another video, I think.